Well, what is going on? Welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick. This is 100% the outdoors, and today I have a beautiful fall walleye day. It felt so good just to get in the boat, drive, cool air into my face. The water temps have plummeted to a 51.2 degrees, and this quite possibly will be my last open water video of the year. I'm not saying I'm not going to do any more fishing this fall yet, but I'll likely save those videos for early spring, just because I have a bunch of ice fishing videos that I want to start getting out soon. So this will probably be the last open water video of the season, and I just want to talk to you guys. Of course, give you a big thank you, like the thumbnail says, for everything. We're at 91,500, I think, subscribers. We're reaching that 100K goal, and I'm just very appreciative of everything for everybody watching the videos, etc. So let's get the old jig and a minute down, crush some walleyes. We're taking some home today so we can fry them up with a good old catch and cook. And yeah, let's just catch some walleyes and have a good time. Let's do it. Let's see if we can go through a whole tub of minnows today. Nice. Did not take long at all to hook up, just pitching 65 feet behind the boat. Feels like a luncher, possibly. Maybe lunch. Well, first fish is one of them perfect eaters. Can't complain with that at all. Had to reel up my slack because I casted 70 feet out on that one. I'm trying to use my talon right now just so I can have a better sun angle for the camera, because if I was a spot lock right now, I'd be turned and this camera would be right into the sun. So I'm talon down shallow, like in 11 feet of water, casting to like 18-ish. So I'm getting pretty far away from these fish right now. I'd like to be a little bit closer. So we'll try to make it work with the cameras for a while first, and we'll go from there. Just a little guy. Oh, dropping down to those fish. I don't mind pitching jigs out. I just don't really want to pitch them 80 feet, 100 feet. 50 feet is nice for a jig and a minnow. A lot farther, you can get a lot of line sway, especially if you got a little bit of wind when you pitch out sideways. So I like to try to keep it within a little bit of a range type of thing. This one feels a little bit better. A little bit, maybe another eater. He's puking up some minnows, that's for sure. It's like another eater. That one I pitched out to about 50 feet-ish. Another nice 17 and a half. So our second fish. We'll just get our 4-fish limit and we'll just go home for the day. Who am I kidding? I'm going to enjoy this fall day, that's for sure, because it is beautiful out. We got to chat. What should we talk about? Gotta give thanks. Obviously, this whole video from the thumbnail is about giving thanks to everybody, the people, the companies that supported me. Yeah, so we gotta start somewhere here. First thing I like to give thanks for is the minnow. You know, the good old frozen minnow. Just joshing, just having fun, you know. Such a light bite on that one. Using a new rod for me for this, and I kind of like it. It's a little bit longer than I normally use for jigs and minnows. It's a 7.4, but it's a rod that was introduced just for that. It's a rig and a jig. It's by Elliott, and it's their new lineup called the Identity series, and it's got really good feel to it. Maybe another perfect eater. Our third perfect eater in about 5 minutes. Whoa, it's on. I've always loved when somebody's talking like, yeah, fishing was so good today, I got my limit. Okay, so does that mean you caught 4 fish? Like, and that's it? Like, you got your limit of 4 and that's it? Or did you catch others? Like, obviously everybody else considers something or good different, but I'll never forget that whole saying. It's like, got my limit. Fishing was good today. What? I don't get it, you know? So yeah, we're talking about the rod a little bit. We'll talk about this rod quick. 7'4", medium light, fast action, new series, like I said, from Elliott, called the Identity. And yeah, it's rated for a 1/8 to a 3/8 ounce lure, and it's been good. I'm not gonna lie, so far, you know, like I don't have a pile of experience with it. It's about the third or fourth time I think I've used it. Usually close combat around the boat. I'm going a little bit shorter. I don't have the rod out right now, but it's like a 6'3" 2B rod I've been using. But for further out pitching, casting, it's nice when you keep your rod tip a little bit higher and you can see that rod tip. You can just watch it and you just work it along, else you'll see the slightest little tick, or feel it obviously too. A longer rod will generally have better feel for the most part. If you have like an extra fast action, you're gonna have really good feel. If you have a moderate action, obviously you're not gonna feel it as much because it doesn't load as quick. But this is kind of like an in-between. This is a fast action. I use a lot of fast action rods. So yeah, I've covered the rod. I don't gotta talk about that anymore. That's what, I shouldn't say that. I could be using some other rods today, but this rod I'll talk about because I haven't used it on the video yet. But a rig and a jig, it's called. So it says the word jig in it, right? So you gotta use it for jigging. That's fast and furious, that's for sure. Be easy to go through a tub of minnows, maybe two. Hope we get one big enough we can pull the net out at some point yet. And so far just using 1/4 ounce Kalin's Google Eye jig. And you know the color, right? Chartreuse, baby. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. I'm not worried about my tag end, or not my tag end, my knot as much right now. If I was fishing below the boat, I'd have my knot where it's more to the back of the eyelet, but I'm kind of pitching it out and bringing it in, so I don't need it at the back. It's more so in the front, like more so or in the front of the jig, the eye, or even the top. Well, the first people that I do sincerely want to thank, though, are all the viewers that have watched all summer long. Because if it wasn't for you people watching the videos, I wouldn't get to make the videos, plain and simple. No matter what, that goes first before anything. The people watching the videos, I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you continue to watch them, just because, like I said, if it wasn't for you guys watching them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do and continue to make videos. So that's the first one for sure. To all the viewers, the faithful ones. The reason why I waited to the last video to do this too is the views drop off a little bit as the season progresses, and I think the hardcore subscribers, the people that watch the channel over and over again, watch every single video. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I got to try my new net now too. A little bit better one. So not huge, but 21. Finally got one to put in the net at least though, because usually the smaller ones, obviously anything from like 12 to 20 inches, what's the point even netting them, right? Like you just kind of sling them in. So a little bit bigger, can't sling them in, got to put one in the net finally. And yes, I know there's gonna be questions about this net for sure, so might as well just say it right here. I'm using a new net and trying it out. They're not for sale yet. They should be available in around January, February, I think, something like that. But I do like how light it is. I like the basket size for it, and it does extend up to 6 feet, the handle itself. So it should be pretty good. It's so light though too, carbon fiber, whatever it is, I don't know. I wonder if it floats. Should I just throw it in and see if it floats? It should float, shouldn't it? Am I gonna regret this? Like, it's got to float, not? It's carbon fiber. Yeah, it floats. They never told me that it floats. I just went for it. So if it flies out of the boat, as long as the fish isn't hooked up to it, I should get it back. I should have tied a rope to it and just chucked it in. Oh, Clayton, you're a donkey. I could have regretted that quick, right? Oh, there we go. I felt the thump, and he kind of like handcuffed me there. Beautiful. I do love pitching out to fish. Like, I don't know what it is. Yes, I do like ripping their lips when they're right below the boat, but something about just pitching out to them, that's so much fun. It is, isn't it? What are you? Am I netting you? I probably should. You're like 19 inches, I'd say. I do. That net actually seems pretty good. Pretty good. thinking 19, 19 and a half. See ya. Must be smaller. Yeah, just smaller, won't suck it in. My guess is this one's small. Not too small. Maybe another eater. I thought you were going to be actually smaller than that, the way you were not eating. You're actually bigger than I thought. You're actually too big to eat. I misjudged that one. Whoops. Okay, a bunch of fish here. 45, 50 feet. Love it. The next thanks I really want to give are to all the companies that have partnered with me. I call it a partnership. I've never really liked the word like sponsored. We develop a partnership because they do things for me, obviously with sometimes money, sometimes equipment, sometimes sharing my posts, my media, that type of stuff. And I do the same thing. I give them media exposure, right? So if it wasn't for those companies, I couldn't do what I do either. And I thought about maybe just like saying just a thank you to everybody and not naming them, but I feel like naming the companies that I'm partnered with in some ways is a good thing, because if I get asked the question lots like, Clayton, how can we help support the channel? And obviously watching the videos is number one, but number two would be supporting the companies that I partner with. I want to make this like super clear too, that I've been offered lots of different partnerships, money, sponsorships, you call it, all that stuff from different companies. And I have to believe in the product and use it for a while first before I'm ever going to actually take that partnership. So please consider that when you realize like who I'm working with and whatnot. It's not like I'm just like, I've never used a product before and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll sign a deal, I'll get some money and I'll promote your product. No. I always start to use the product first, see what I think of it, and then go down the line with that. So I'm always going to be straightforward with you guys. And if I'm using the product, it's because it works. And if something isn't working for me, well, I'll stop using it. 21 and a quarter, the biggest one of the day so far. So who are these companies? Hopefully I don't miss anybody. Hunt Fish Manitoba has been a big supporter of the channel for a long time. You can buy merch from them. There's a link that's below in the description of my video. Not always, but have been for a long time, a huge supporter of the channel, and it's been really good. I'm gonna lower this camera and just sit down for a second because this means a lot to me. And it's hard to make a video like this because you want to come off as like bragging, like, oh, look at me, right? I never want to be that guy ever. But I do think it's also important to give thanks to the people that have helped you along the way. And there's no other way to do it but to literally just say this. So anyways, Hunt Fish Manitoba is a big one. StarCraft Boats. Did I get this boat for free? No, I didn't. Did I get a good deal last year? Yes, I did. I haven't done anything with them for this year, but I got a good deal with them last year, and I want to continue to work with them. And I'm really happy with this boat. Anybody that's purchased this boat, like mine, has had nothing but good things to say about it. Obviously, there's some things that I would like for them to think about in the future, like some dry storage. And that might be it. Oh, and it's a wetter ride. I compare it like to a Lund. A Lund's a really wet ride too. It's a wet ride. Your nose sits a little bit lower, but I like that though. If you have a tiller boat, a wet ride is part of it. So, Hunt Fish, StarCraft, Acme Tackle has been a big supporter of the channel for the last couple of years, and they make good walleye product. And obviously other species too, but I do a lot of stuff with the walleye. I've been really happy with it. They'll listen to my advice. They come up with cool things like this net right now that I'm using. They want to create more things as they go. Elliott Rods, I don't have like any specific partnership with them, but I feel like I want to say a big thank you to them for sending me all the rods that you guys did this year. They literally openly said, we just want you to try some of our rods, no strings attached. You don't like them, no problem, but here you go. So they sent me a bunch of rods, and I have nothing but good things to say about the Elliott rods, the Elliott and the 2B rods. And they make it really comfy hoodies. You see, I've worn this hoodie a lot in a lot of my videos, and I always go for a comfort-wise for sure. Garmin is a huge supporter of the channel now. Yes, I don't have any kind of like contract deal with them for money or stuff like that, but they sent me a new trolling motor this year. They helped me out with some discounts for the live scope stuff. They've believed in what I do, and they know that I think, at least I like to think that they know that I actually like their product and care about it. I'm going to say good things about it because it's good. It's just good, right? Like, I always tell those companies, like, you can send me product, but just know that if it's not good, I'm not going to use it on the video, or I might openly talk about it. Dakota Lithium, my whole boat is powered by Dakota Lithium batteries, so thank you very much. I think I've got 6 135 amp hours in this boat right now. I have one that's set up just for my back electronics. I have one that's just set up for the live scope. I've got a 24 volt system for the trolling motor. I have another battery that's just there to run GoPros, charge batteries as I go, etc., off of an inverter. So Dakota Lithium's been a huge supporter of the channel over the past couple years, and it's much appreciated. And I haven't had a battery go bad on me yet. Knock on wood. I'm sure it's going to happen. It's happened to some people, but they have an 11-year warranty. They take care of their people, and they're always coming out with new product. And there's something cool coming out for the winter, but I can't say anything yet. It's going to be good though. It's going to be really good. Aqua Vu is another supporter of the channel. I don't do a lot of their stuff in the summertime. A lot of it's behind the scenes where maybe I'm scouting and I use the 8-inch Aqua Vu a lot now for scouting. I've done some stuff for the inline camera stuff, but I've got really unlucky with some timing with bites and stuff like that, and haven't got anything really cool for that. But you see me use Aqua Vu lots throughout the summer and the winter, so they're definitely they're a supporter of the channel, and I appreciate it very much. And last but not least is the Arc Lab system, the pole here. Very happy with everything. Again, it's another company that I don't have like any type of like money contract deal with. They do send me some free product to try out. Ian and Owen are very inventive in terms of they want to make sure they have the best gear out there that's available, and I strongly believe they do. I switched Carter's boat now to a full Arc Lab setup. I run the Arc Lab stuff in the winter time. If anybody's seen my snowmobile, that rack is built by them. They're a supporter of the channel in the sense that they send me gear to try out, test, and if I ever need anything, they just send it right away, no questions asked. And I've been very happy with it. As you can see, my boat's dialed. Like, I mean, super dialed. I'm very lucky and fortunate that companies do send product to use. I understand fully and admit that everything I have sometimes is overkill, and not everybody can use live imaging or side imaging or the fancy stuff, the best rods, whatever. I get that, and I do apologize to the people that wish I could go back and just fish without live imaging or that, but it's like I always compare it to little things like, you get a smartphone. Are you going to put down your smartphone and are you going to start using the old flip phone again? Like, once you have it, you use it. I have worked hard to get all of those fish just jump behind me. I have worked hard to get where I am in this industry in that sense and use the product. I still make some videos obviously without live imaging all the time. I make the odd shore video here and there. It is important to get back to your roots and do some shore fishing. But a lot of my fishing now revolves around good weather, as you can see. I fish when it's nice. I edit when it's crappy out. I do all my own editing. I do all my own filming, as you know. So yeah, I don't know. If I forgot any company, I really, first off, going to apologize. But secondly, I'll try to, I'll bring it up later in the video at some point. I already, at the top of my head, just forgot one. Send It Outdoors was somebody who sent me a bunch of tubes to use this summer for open water videos. And obviously I have some ice fishing support, some companies that I work with that are separate from the open water stuff, and I'll talk about that stuff in the winter. So don't feel like if I didn't mention you right now in the video that you're not going to get a mention in the ice fishing season as well. So back to fishing. You guys didn't come here for this mumble jumble whatever, but I don't know how else you do this, literally by just like, how if you have another think of a better way to do something like this, like, comment below. Like, I don't know how's a better way to just like say thank you. I don't know. I just about to stand up and start fishing. I thought of another company that I've got like a small relationship with, is Angler's Edge Mapping. So like, there's going to be other ones that I have totally like forgot about, and now not only do I want to say thank you, I also want to apologize to the people I haven't listed yet. Fish going right here. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out so we can see. Or zoom in, I guess. When they're in tight, I like to try to zoom out better for the viewer portion of it. Oh, he just hardly touched it. Coming back. Yeah, it's coming back. Come on. Actually looks decent size. Oh, he just took a swipe at it. Didn't connect though. I think they're both about the same size. Right on the bottom. Took one swipe at it up high, but yeah, just a little guy. I thought they might have been a little bit bigger at first, but I was zoomed. Oh yeah, I meant 2. Thought it was bigger because now it went 2-foot increments instead of 5-foot increments. Whoa. Right below the boat. They are eating. I love when this water temp drops off. Walleyes start chewing. Oh, it's good. It's good. That one was on it for, not gonna lie, for about 2 seconds before I finally set it because it picked it up and came at me, I believe. You poor guy, you're not doing so good, are you? Woof. You've got lots going on with you. All I can tell you, buddy, is you got nowhere to go but up from here. Well, let's go try another spot. Remember, on plane, life jackets, kill cords. You'll thank me. So anybody knows why my talon beeps after it comes up? Let me know. I don't really get why it does that. Out looking for a new spot, cruising around. Not finding much yet, but just enjoying this day so far. I should say, not finding anything like in the new spot yet. I found lots of fish. I always go back there, I think, and probably clobber them again. That was a pile of fun, but just doing some searching for some new stuff. And like I said, enjoying the day big time. There's a nice little drop off here. I'm gonna talon down on the top of it here if I can, and then maybe fish the edge of it. But I do have some ice videos coming out soon that were filmed last. I guess it would have been in April. I've got 8 lake trout videos that will start pumping out here. Probably, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days from this video, something like that. And I'm gonna have a busy winter. I'm gonna push hard. I'm going to get out as soon as I can find the first safe ice and crush some walleyes. We're gonna do, this winter is gonna be a hard walleye push, some lakers, some pike as normal, some perch, and I really gotta do that whole crappie thing. I keep talking about it. I just gotta go do it. I gotta quit talking about it and I gotta go do it. I've always been that person that says, don't just talk about it, go do it. Oh yeah, and the other thing that's gonna fire up again too are the live chats. It's been super hectic for me. We're in the middle of a move and nothing's just been organized, but live chats will be firing up again here for the ice fishing season 2. We're gonna get those things rolling again. That was fun. I just pitched it right to it. Not very big though, but that was right to him. He ate it instantly. He's like, oh no, you're not what I thought you were. Might be our fourth fish we're taking home though. We just fulfilled our limit. Just felt the slightest little tick and I just went for it. 60 feet out. Pitching the jig in a minute. 60 feet. I know I've talked about it already in this video, but I like this rod a lot. There's definitely lots of fish out there, I think, at 65, 70 feet away. I don't really want to get the boat right on top of them either, just because it's only like 10, 11 feet. Time for another spot again. It's been a beautiful day. It's only 4:15. I got a couple hours left. It's glass calm right now. It's just an enjoyable day, that's for sure. That is so cool. Man, I've seen Fish go up, chase a bait ball. These fish are making the bait separate. Very cool. There's a fish in amongst all that bait. Lots of bait in this spot. I might not leave here for the rest of the day. Come on. That was fun. He actually had it for like almost 2 seconds before I finally set it. I felt him eat it. I wasn't sure if he had dropped it or not. A little bit of a suspended one there, chasing bait. Very cool. It's fun to watch them chase that bait. That was fun. I changed my fish. Whether it was the same one or not, I don't know. And I'm not saying it's big either, but it looked a little bit bigger than the other one that I had following there. I changed my fish. Changed them. Ooh. Every time I grab this net, it's so light compared to what I'm used to using. Well, even though I haven't caught anything jumbo yet, it's been a good day of catching some nice quality fish, and the sun still is up in the air, so I still got probably another hour and a half, hour-ish type of thing. It's been a very enjoyable day. My last couple trips out have been pretty enjoyable. I got to spend one day with my good buddy Adam where we didn't even make any videos, we just fished. Had the cameras rolling, but we just, honestly, we talked so much, it would have been so hard to edit. We caught lots of fish, like 20-25 fish, just nothing bigger than like a 27-incher. But Carter was out the same day as us, and he smoked this beautiful 31-incher. So congratulations, buddy. That was a gorgeous fish. It wasn't even his PB of the summer. He caught a 31 3/4 earlier in the summer. So he's got a bigger walleye than I do this summer. Not a boy. A couple of them bigger than I do. Proud of him. Which kind of leads me into like my next like thank you to people. And obviously not last, my family, my parents, of course, who they're still with me. My mom's healthy. My dad does have some issues, which I've talked about earlier, and we'll cover one day, but he's hanging in there. ALS is a terrible disease. That's all I'll really say with that. And of course, thank you to Cindy and the family for putting up with me, because I'm gone lots. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gone lots filming, and even when I'm home, I tend to I'm a workaholic. I edit, I do whatever I gotta do, I just work. Like, I don't really watch any TV, I don't play any games, I'm doing that, I just work. Sometimes you gotta slow down, and maybe eventually we'll slow down, but thank you to the family, everybody. It's been a good ride. It's been a great ride, actually. I caught a merp. I call these a merp. Oh, they're so funny. Oh boy, I love it. I love it. I just can't stop laughing. It's merp fish. Oh. Oh, that one was probably bigger out of the two of them there. We're hanging her out here till dark o'clock, trying to end the open water filming season with a tanker, but we're not getting her done. We're getting little guys. Lots of fish today though. Well, sadly, with that fish, that is probably going to wrap up my day. It's going to be dark here pretty quick. I gave it a good old college try till the end here to try to get a big mama for the last open water video of the season. It's kind of weird though, because I know I'm probably going to fish a couple more times yet, so it isn't actually the last time I'm going to be out yet, but it is time to start getting some stuff ready for ice fishing. I've got a lot of stuff on the go. I'm excited for this winter. And thank you again. I know I said that lots already this video, but thank you to everybody for everything. Don't forget, get outside.